So a swim cap not only represents what a swimmer does, but in fact it represents the lifestyle they choose to live. And according to Olympic.org, swim was not widely practiced until the late 19th century, when the National Swim Society of Great Britain began to hold off competitions. And swim is a very tough sport to do, and I, as a swimmer, knew I had to use every ounce in my body to finish an event and feel completely satisfied with it. And by letting me explain the swim culture, I hope you guys will all appreciate what swimmers do. First, I'm going to talk about the swim culture and give you guys some information on the swim cap. And then I will tell you guys why it's significant to me. And swim was not an actual sport until the late 19th century, and swim was discovered through drawings that were left in Egypt and some Egyptian caves, and people later discovered them. They were drawings of the breaststroke and the cross-stroke, and I will demonstrate them after my speech if I have time. And the cross-stroke is also known as the freestyle stroke. And then later on, they invented the butterfly stroke and the backstroke. And as stated by Olympic.org, the first Olympic swim games were breaststroke and freestroke, and then backstroke, it was added in 1904. And a very important year in the swim history for women is 1912, and that was the year that women were able to participate in competitive swimming in the Stockholm Games. And the swim cap is not only used to not cause drag, but in fact it's used to not let your hair falls in the pool, so it gets stuck in the drain, and it's nasty. And many women started to use it because growing hair started to become a trend back in the day, and still now, so they were kind of forced to use it to not cause as much drag. And according to epicsports.com, in 1883, the invention of the rubber opened many doors to the modern swim caps. And in the 1950s, that's when they started to make cute little swim caps with flowers, and they were also starting to be used with the synchronized swimming. And swim cap is also not the only part of swim that represents a swimmer. Jammers, speedos, bathing suits, and goggles also represent what swimmers do. And I just told you all some information about the swim culture and the swim cap, and now I'm going to tell you guys why it's significant to me. I did not consider myself a swimmer until I joined the swim team at my high school. And before actually joining the swim team, I vowed to myself that I was going to do one sport in high school and stick to it for 4 years. And I chose swim. And after my first week of practice, I thought I made the biggest mistake of my life. It was incredibly hard. I was sore every day after practice. And for our first meet, they made me swim the 50 free, which is just 2 laps. It seems easy, but you have to swim it super fast. My own personal record for that one is 31 seconds. And I was dying by the end of my event. And it was also, my freshman year was also the one and only year that I received a medal, and it was for a relay. And it was also the year that I really began to appreciate other athletes, because I knew that if you're not in the sport, you were gonna be underestimated. And I brought my swim cap because it has a logo, my high school logo, which is Olympians. And it's a place where I truly fell in love with the sport. And after listening to my speech, I hope you guys all appreciate what swimmers do. And first I gave you the history of the swim culture and the swim cap. And then I told you why it's significant to me. And I just wanted to say that I'm really proud of myself for sticking to swim for 4 years. And I just want to share a quote with you guys that was once said to me during my swim season, and it's, "You are far tougher than you realize," and it's by A.A. Milne. And yeah, that quote, I was really able to relate to it during my swim season, and even out of it, and I just hope that you guys can relate to it as well. Thank you.